Well, hi there. My name is Danielle, and this is going to be my first try at a knitting podcast. I live in Central Ohio with my husband Paul and our dog Cooper, who's a toy fox terrier, which is a terror. And but I thought I would try to do a podcast, and hopefully I won't. Well, I guess I can try editing, but I'm going to try to go through this quickly so I can see how it goes, and don't mind all the crap, because this is my room where I do all my stuff, and it's worse on that side of the room. But what have you been doing during quarantine? Did you find stuff to do? I made a few stitch markers. Yeah, I got a little crazy. I have these are my gold, and I have silver, and I have copper, and you know, I'm still putting them together, but it's batshit. Oh, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be a sweary or not, but anyways, let's move on to finished projects, right? Let's just follow that. Okay, my first one that I just finished recently is the Carbeth cardigan, and yeah, I don't know how that's gonna show. Okay, I made let's see, I made the third size, which was a 44.5 inch bust. But the way I usually knit is, if I have I usually don't follow the recommended needle size. I don't even follow like my gauge, because I'm a loose knitter, and it hurts to knit tight for me. So I'll usually use the recommended needles for the actual yarn I'm using. I don't know if that's something that people normally do, but it's what I've done. And so you'll notice when I'm showing you stuff that some of the stuff is not using the same needle as like some of them are just crazy small needles for very thick yarn, and I can't do that. I wish I could, but I used to be able to do that, and especially with crocheting, I used to crochet really tight, but my hands are, I just get the claw, and I can't, yeah, it's not good. Okay, so this one is using, I'm sorry, I'll have to, okay, keep going, Danny, keep going. This one is using a size 10.5 needle, and this one is using a size 10.5 needle, and does it use a smaller one for the cuffs? And oh, okay. I don't know if it uses a size smaller for the cuffs, because I just use a 10 for the whole thing. I did not use a smaller needle, and I just finished this. You would think I would know. But anyways, I'm sorry. I'll probably cut, hopefully I'll know how to cut some of this out. If not, bear with me, please. First time. Okay, so I knit this out of Knit Picks. I used Knit Picks City Tweed Aran Heavyweight in the Basil colorway. It's really pretty. It's 55 merino wool, 25 superfine alpaca, and 20 Donegal tweed. I just love the color. So this I thought would be perfect for the cardigan. So anyways, here is my Carbeth cardigan, and these buttons I found in my stash. I have a big, huge stash of so many buttons that my husband does like auctions, and he'll bring me home buttons, and I'll be like, stop bringing me home all these buttons because I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. And he'll be like, okay. And then he'll bring me home more buttons. But anyways, it came out really good. I really like it. It's a nice size. It fits me well. I like how the design of it is. There's the bottom of it. And I didn't crop it. It's not cropped. So, and I actually have a Ravelry page. My name on Ravelry is MsCreate. It's MsCreate, MsCreate. And I'm miscreating on Instagram because somebody had MsCreate already. And so I'll on Ravelry, you'll see all my specifications and everything, and how much yarn I used and all that. But anyways, really like it. And let me show you. The only thing I'm not sure about are these buttons up at the top here. This last one is probably not gonna be used unless, I don't know, unless I want a hole right there. Because these, the way these, this top, well, this is folded over. It's a folded over hem. But the way these buttonholes are is different than what you would normally see. They're not actually inside the button band. They're actually, it's like an I-cord type of loop on the edge, you see? And so, you know, if you have any little bit of extra room in there, that'll gap out. So definitely, you know, I hope that was in camera because I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, moving on. So that is my Carbeth cardigan, and it smells so good. I'm using that one of those wool washes, the one with a little bit of lanolin in it, and I forget what it's called, but it smells so good. I try to like wash everything in it. But anyways, that's my Carbeth. Okay, let me take a drink because sorry. Okay, second, I'm going to show you my Humulus. And you probably all know the Humulus. Oh, I'm sorry. The Carbeth cardigan is by Kate Davies Designs, and you probably knew that already, but I want to make sure I said that. The Humulus is by Isabel Kramer, and I think it was the most popular design last year. I think everybody and their mother made this thing, and I actually made it twice because the first time I knit it, I decided that, well, Isabel definitely had a really tight gauge on this, or small needles, and for the worsted yarn, I used Wool of the Andes worsted weight, and that's 100% Peruvian wool in the Wonderland Heather colorway, and then for the color work, I saw somebody on Ravelry had used this, and I thought it was really cool. So I used the Lion Brand Amazing, and I don't think you can get this anymore. I don't know if it's still sold or not. Maybe it is. This is the Glacier Bay colorway. And it changes colors in there. And this is 53% wool, 47% acrylic. And so I use this for the color work portion. And she uses a US 3 for the neck body and sleeve ribbing, which there's no way I could use a 3 with that worsted weight. And no, did she use a 3? She didn't use a 3. Did she use a 3? No. Where did I see 3? She uses a 5 for the neck, body, and sleeve ribbing. Where did I see a 3? She uses a 5, and she uses a 6 for the body and sleeves. And you know, obviously everybody's going to get a different gauge, and so, you know, that's just what she needed to use. So I decided to make the because I have the 40, I try to go 42 to 46, you know, somewhere around that range when I'm looking for something to make. And this, I decided to make the M2 size. So there's an extra small, small, medium 1, medium 2, large, extra large, and extra, extra large. So I decided to make the medium 2. Now, I'm an extra large, so I'm going with this medium 2, but I am using a size 7 for the ribbing, and I'm using a size 8 for the main body. And I am not gauging. I am gauging. I'm not doing a swatch. I'm just starting it, and then I kind of check my gauge as I'm going. And it seemed to look like it was fine. I thought I was doing really good, and knit the whole thing. And and the whole time I'm just like praying that it's going to be big enough to fit me. And it was so big that the sleeves were like this down to here. The top cut down like this size, and I swear it was long enough. I could have stretched it to my knees. So it was way too big, and I was so disappointed because it was so pretty. And I knew that I was gonna have to make the medium 1, and so I knew I needed to go down one more size. And I thought to myself, okay, well, it's a worsted weight. It went pretty quick, so I'm gonna try it again. And so I ripped that whole thing out, and I did not wash the yarn to get the crinkles out. I knit it again with the crinkles, and it fits me, and I love it, and I did it, and I was so happy. So I forced myself to knit it again. So this is the Humulus, and this is the medium 1, which probably it's an extra large, I bet. Fits me perfect. I love it. Here's the, hope you can see that, because I can't see what I'm showing you because I don't know what I'm doing. But there's that, and it's just got a regular hem on the bottom. There's no and this yarn did awesome for being knit up twice. I mean, it did. I was surprised. Held up really well. And it was funny because as I was knitting this, I was afraid that, or I liked the way that the colors were going through on this, but and I could live with it. But the second, I mean, I like this like blue, you know, and this purple, but the second time through, the colors lined up a lot more like how I liked them. So I was really happy with that. So anyways, this is Humulus 0.2, and it's finished. And all of the yarn requirements and what I used and all that are on my Ravelry page. But anyways, so that's my Humulus. Okay, moving along. That's my 2 finished projects that I want to show you today. And I want to move along to works in progress. So I am knitting, I'm in the middle of knitting right now, The Pavement by Vera Valimaki. And love this construction, love the way it looks. Seems like a really cool thing. And I actually hand-dyed yarn for this. I hand-dyed 3 skeins of yarn. I'm helical knitting right now. So, but here's my 2 of the skeins. And the 3 skeins kind of varied. I put little speckles in there. I like the way it looks. So there's my yarn I'm using. I think I bought this yarn from Wool to Dye For. Probably. It's a fingering weight. I think it's a superwash fingering weight. It's not high twist, so I think I got that from Wool to Dye For. I think it's a merino sock yarn. Pretty sure it's a merino nylon sock yarn. But anyways, let's see. This one I decided, this one is knit with a 7 for the body and sleeves and a 2.5 for 2.5 for the ribbing. And I decided to make the 43 bust because I knew that I'm going to use, well, and I actually dropped down on this. And I bet you I changed what I was making too. Yeah, I did. I know myself. I was gonna make the 43, but I started using a size US 6 needle instead of a 7 because I did not like the 7. I didn't like knitting that. The stitches were too big and it just kind of was bugging me. So I used the US 6 and I used a 3 instead of a 2.5 for the ribbing. So I started making the 43, which was medium, and come to find out as I was going along that it was going to be too small. So I switched by the sleeves, by the divide for sleeves because it's different construction. It's pretty cool. But I was still able to switch without changing, without going back the way the numbers worked out. So I changed to a large. So now I'm knitting the 47. And it looks pretty good. It looks like it's gonna fit. It better fit. But anyways, here it is. And I'm on Sleeve Island. See, it's got, that's the back. So it's got the short row shaping on the top, and I love this fluted bottom. It's so pretty how it flutes in the short row shaping in the back, so it dips down, and I just love that it's so long. Oh my goodness, this is gonna, I hope it's gonna fit me so well. I love, 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 love. And you can see I was helical knitting with 3 different skeins. So I made 3 skeins to do it, and I figured I was going to need all 3, so I just helical knitted with all 3. And so you can see there's definitely a variation between the, this is kind of, I mean, I don't know how this is going to fit me, but it's definitely going to fit through my arm, but the construction is a little odd, so see, it's kind of got that, like, which is what drew me to this because I thought it was so cool. But I'm also making this, I'm not going to do 3/4 length or elbow length. I'm going to try to go full length sleeves on this, and I think I'm going to have enough yarn, but we shall see. But anyways, it looks like it's going to fit me well. And I don't know what else to say about that. So that's my pavement. And this is one of my stitch markers, of which I have 1,000. It's two-sided, and I used that. I made that with resin and glitter. But isn't that a cute little thing? It's like both two-sided. So I'm trying to like use some of these. stitch markers. It's just pure craziness. I mean, I was doing a bunch of polymer clay canes and other kinds of stuff that I was trying out, and I was like, okay, what are you going to do with all of these polymer clay things? And I thought, I don't know, because I mean, I don't really wear any jewelry, and I thought, well, I'll just make some stitch markers. And then quarantine happened, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to knit all the time. And then the next thing you know, I was making these stitch markers. This is actually, I'll just show you one because you're probably not interested. But this is one set of 30, I think. What is this? This is actually 2 sets. I think I have like 15 in a set. You can't see that, but I'll show you. I think I have like 15 in a set, and it has the polymer clay pieces, and some of them are little flowers and different things. And then I've got the little, the little ones in there, and I mean, pure craziness. But anyways, so that, and then I've got the smaller ones. I made 5 of these bigger ones because I just had so many. I was just like, let's put 30 on there. But anyways, this is the normal size. See, it's got the one progress keeper, and then it's got all of the stitch markers. And these are and this is gold. I bought a crap load of jump rings, and I just went to town. But anyways, I'm starting to try to put some of these up on Etsy. But it's a long, I mean, it takes like 25 minutes to put like one thing on Etsy. So I don't have any of these gold ones up there. I have some silver ones up there, and I'm trying to put some more up there, but Etsy. But anyways, if you're interested in stitch markers, you can check out my Etsy shop. And I have some other stuff in there. I have some hand spun and some other stuff, but it's Ms. Creations, and that's MS Creations by Dani, D-A-N-I, .etsy.com. Okay, next, I am making All of the Lights by Joji Locatelli. And this one, you can tell I have ripped out pieces, because what I've done, what I had to do, because it was difficult for me to follow all of the charts. I had to actually make myself a chart to go through for each line, so I remember what I'm doing. So I actually cut and paste and took a bunch of stuff out, and yeah, that was fun. And I'll just show you. I don't know about the needle size. I don't know. Let me know if the needle size and what I use, if that interests you, because I don't know if that interests you or not, but it's just my process of the way I'm doing stuff. So I am using also hand-dyed yarn for this that I hand-dyed, and this is Knit Picks. You can't see it. This is Knit Picks DK Swish. So that's hand wash, merino. Swish DK. Anyways, there it is. I hope that you can see that. I am actually doing 4 at a time helical knitting, which is not difficult when it's a flat piece. So that's working out okay. I don't know how it would go if it wasn't a flat piece, because there's just too much going on. So I'm glad it's a flat piece. This is it so far. And it's just beautiful. The bottom. And if you could see. So pretty. And I was going gung-ho on it for a while there. And then I was like, yeah, let's do something else. And so, you know, because the craziness ensued. But anyways, I am past the part where, you know, the sleeves. I think I'm very close to where I need to put the pockets in. So that's going to be something new to use. And I'm using Hiya Sharps. I don't normally use these, but I like them. Isn't that just pretty? All those little different colors. Anyways, and I have poked a hole in my nail, or in my finger with these, but for these cables and lace and all that, it is nice to be able to get in there because there's a lot going on. So anyways, it's easy for me now because I have those little charts on my little thing I go through for every row. But I don't know how I would have done it otherwise. I mean, it was fine at the beginning, but then when you split for the sleeves and that whole thing was together, there was just too much going on. So I had to make myself a little book. So anyways, that's my all of the lights. And let me see if I have anything else. I mean, I do have other stuff, but I am being commissioned to make a blanket for a friend of mine, and she wanted a little lap blanket for her and her cat, and she wanted it black, and she wanted really nice yarn, and she wanted some alpaca. She wanted it really soft, and so I have a big huge stash of patents, merino. Some of it's not merino, some of it's just pure new wool. But I have a lot that was when it used to just be the merino. Now it's classic wool. But anyways, this is black, so that's 100% wool. I love that. And I'm mixing that with Knit Picks alpaca cloud, and this is a lace weight alpaca. This is, I think, called Carson. It's their black alpaca, and it's so soft. So I'm putting those two together, and I just, since it's black, I really you know, I don't know what kind of you can't really, I mean, I don't want to put cables or any of that kind of stuff because, like, it's black. You're not going to be able to see them. But I wanted to do some kind of, and I'm trying to do a 3x4 foot one. I don't know how that's going to turn out. But, so I'm doing this, let me see if you can see. I'm doing it so it's garter on the bottom. And then I have a little swath of seed stitch next. I don't know if you can see that, sorry. Seed stitch next, there we go. And then we're going into the stocking net. So that's kind of going to be how it goes. So I'm trying to make that like a 3x4 foot. So we'll see. You know, I hope I have enough yarn. I think 900 yards of both. And so I'm hoping, and it is very soft. And the gray, little bit of gray ticking, that's from the alpaca. So anyways, I'm working on that. And since that was, I was commissioned to do that, and she sent me money already, I'm like really working on that a lot. So I'm going to try to get that done and out to her within, I was going to say the next couple of days, but that's not happening. Like within the next week or two, hopefully. But anyway, so that's my blanket I'm working on for my friend. And let's see, what else do I have? All right, so I have a granddaughter. She was born in August, and her name is Jane, which is the cutest little name. And so I knit her a lot of things before she was born. And I was looking for something to knit her because she is, you know, getting bigger, and she's kind of run out of all the stuff that she's wearing. The little dress I made her now, and you can find her on my Ravelry page too, because I've got a lot of the things I knit her, and then I got pictures of her wearing it. But anyways, I wanted to knit her something else, and I really like this drops design called Little Peach, and it's a baby poncho, and you can make it in you can make the 0 to 3 month size, the 6 to 12 month size, and the 12 to 18 month size, and I think there's one even for like a 3 to 4 year old. But they're really cute. They're you make them with bulky yarn, and I don't have any. I mean, I have one. Of course, I have yarn, but I didn't have any bulky of the yellow that they wanted, and so I actually, and I like to do a lot of that stuff in acrylic because it's easier to wash and stuff. Although I'll make it with other stuff, but I'm like an all opportunity yarner. Like, I'll use anything. But anyways, for this, I used TLC. It's backwards, sorry. TLC, and there's no, I don't know, what is it called? Butter. And I've had this forever, so I don't even know if they sell this anymore or if you can find it anymore. But I doubled this, like 2 strands, to make her a little poncho. And, well, not a little anymore because she's getting bigger, so I made her the 12 to 18 month size. And it's just the cutest little pattern. I just love it. It has the cutest little hood on it. And the baby they used to make that picture for the little peach, oh my God, you just wanna knit all of the little ponchos. But anyways, here's the front. It's really easy to make. And here's the back. It's really easy. It's got the little seed stitch on the bottom, and then they wanted you to crochet a cord to put through the neck, but I was like, I'll just make a I-cord. And so this is actually an I-cord where you can tie it shut, and you can put little tassels on the end. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Actually, on my page, there's a white one I made for a friend of mine, and for her baby's first communion or confirmation, or I'm sorry, baptism. And she was a little older, so I made her the 1-year-old one. And I think I put tassels on that one, so if you want to take a look at that one. But anyways, I made this for her, and I actually have plans to make her a red one. I'm going to use red and pink, and I'll show you that in a minute. But anyway, so, you know, I thought, I'm just going to make a little baby one because I couldn't stop myself. And so this is the actual newborn one, which is the cutest little thing. Oh my God. With this little hood. Oh my God. And you know, when you use this and you wash it, the more you wash it, the softer it gets, the acrylic. It's just, I mean, it's just really hardy. But anyways, I made a little baby one, and I thought, what am I going to do with it? Because I don't know anybody that needs a little baby one. So I put this up on Etsy. So anyways, this is a little baby one up on Etsy. Okay. And so I'm going to make her, I told them I would make her a little red one too. and I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the camera all the time. I'm trying to figure out, anyways. And so I am going to use Karen's Super Soft. This is Autumn Red. So I'm going to use this to make her next one. And my son said he wanted it to be red and, what do I have, like, flop sweat, sorry. Red and pink. And so I'm going to use this red, and then my husband, in one of his many auctions, and I told him, don't bring me home yarn. Don't bring me home yarn. I don't want yarn from somebody I don't know. And he brought me home some yarn, and most of it I got rid of, but I kept this little pink because it's so cute. And I don't even know. I think it's old. It was $1.39. It's called Atomic Pink. It's by Coates and Clark. It's old. It was $1.39. It says. So, but anyways, I'm gonna use this for the bottom ticking. So it's got that little bit of pink in there, and I wanted to see how it knit up. So I just made a little baby one first, and I didn't use the pink because I don't know if I'm gonna have enough pink. So, but anyways, this is how you knit it. You knit the hood, and then you put the hood together after. But oh my God, these are just so adorable. So for little baby, oh my God, you can't beat that. That is so cute. And then I have the I-cord, which I haven't put in yet. So this one's not done. But anyways, I like it, so I'm going to go ahead and make the bigger one for her. And so she's going to have actually 2 ponchos because I have to, you know, I have to give her the ponchos. But anyway, so that's what I'm working on. I think that's all I'm going to show you for now. Oh, I guess I could show you future. I'm not going to have very many acquisitions, although I'll have some, because I just have so much stuff that, yeah, we can't fit anywhere in here. But anyways, I'm glad you joined me, and I hope you stayed around, and I don't know if this setup was good or if it worked out well, but I will adjust and go along, you know, as we go. And if you liked my podcast, just let me know, or if there's something I could do differently to, you know, that you could see better or whatever. It's probably going to be mainly knitting because that's what I do and that's what I'm mostly working on. But I do like work on other stuff too. I have other things that I do, and sometimes I'll show you if you're interested. But I'm hoping that this ends up being something that I do all the time. And so I'm glad you joined me. And I'll see you next time. All right.